Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Samson. I hope you subscribed. The location subscribe button is somewhere there. Don't forget to check out the other videos. Don't forget to check out also my podcast as well. Subscribe, share, comment, like as well, all that good stuff. And let's get down to it. This is a match build up for the Liverpool Arsenal game. Just a recap on the last game against Chelsea. What a game! Thiago made his debut. Even though I said he shouldn't, I'm glad he did come on. Probably bossed the game. Obviously Chelsea had 10 men, fair enough. But the only disappointment I can take from this game is that we took our foot off the gas a little bit when it was 2-0. Like, we really need to start killing teams off when we have the opportunity. I know, even if you score like 10 goals, you only get 3 points, fair enough. But you really want to see your team like kill teams off and send a message, especially to your rivals as well, or potential rivals. But yeah, so that was that. Looking ahead to Arsenal. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I remember growing up, the games that Liverpool and Arsenal have had over the years. It's been interesting. Um, I think we're finding like when we were when we were going through that whole transition phase, and Arsenal were always finishing in the top four or finishing above us, finishing fourth basically. Anytime they came to Anfield, it was always going to be a hard game. It was always going to struggle, and more times I can't remember. More times than I can remember, we lost pretty much all those games until we finally started making our mark. Obviously, when we had Suarez and all of that, we were competing for the title, and then when Klopp came, we started actually competing with Arsenal. And then when we finally surpassed them, even though we technically on paper are a much better team than them, games like this, especially now that Arteta is in, and I feel like he's found a way to counter any attacking threat that Liverpool have, mainly from the fullbacks. It's going to be interesting to see how this pans out this season, because obviously when we played them after lockdown, they got the better of us, albeit with two mistakes from Van Dijk and Alisson. And then obviously in the Community Shield, they pretty much dominated the first half, and then we came back in the second half. It's going to be interesting seeing it, and it's going to be interesting to see, because you got to remember, as big of a threat as Aubameyang, Willian, and Lacazette are, we can't ignore the threat coming from Saka, Nketiah, and if he plays Martinelli. So again, that's pretty much the three backup options in attack, and they're not just as deadly, but they are people to keep an eye on and watch. And I think Trent and Robertson are going to have their hands full defensively. They may not get as much opportunity to bomb forward, so they're going to have to really have their defensive boots on and make sure. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, especially the battle in midfield. Actually, I think. So if Klopp starts with midfield three, I think Henderson's injured for that game, so he's not going to play. I'm not sure, but if he is and he's not playing, and he should go with a midfield three. Thiago, Fabinho if he's not playing centre back, and Keita if Fabinho is playing centre back. Then he probably will throw Milner in there if Henderson's not fit. Only problem that, as good as it is, I feel like I don't think that should be his option in the field, only because I think with Fabinho, Thiago, and Keita, we can actually run rings around the Arsenal midfield and literally just keep pressure on their backline. I think they'll probably play further back anyway, with wing backs. So it's going to be interesting to see. Mate, and I don't think Firmino should start. Um, I know, I might receive some backlash for this, but I don't think Firmino should start. I think the last two games have shown that. Actually, fair enough, he was better in the Chelsea game. He got the assist for Mane's goal. He wasn't better in the Chelsea game, but no, I don't think he should start. I think give it to Minamino, depending on how he plays or how fit he is. But I think they should give it to Minamino at least. But yeah, no, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I don't know what it is with Arteta. Well, anytime we play Arsenal, I just get this feeling that it's never going to be smooth sailing. Even in Klopp's first season, and we beat them 4-3 at Emirates, and it was just like, oh, we're 4-0 up, and then yet we're 4-1 up, sorry, and yet we still concede two late goals to give them that little bit of hope and make it nervy in the end. Um, they're not going to be easy. They're not going to be easy. But we should have enough power at our disposal to get the job done. Now, if Klopp doesn't decide to start Fabinho at centre back, I'm in two minds about who should be the centre back pairing with Van Dijk. Because as good as Fabinho was, we also need him in midfield, and that's the problem. So, um, do you play Gomez, who? Oh, no, sorry, Matip's out for a month anyway, apparently. So it would have to be Gomez, I'm assuming. Depending on how long he's out for, then it could be just be Fabinho back in centre back. Um, this is why um, I was I was saying the previous video or previous videos. I don't know how far back I went. This is why I was saying we should have bought another centre back, because with Lovren going, we can't rely on Sepp Vandenberg or um, Billy Cometio, because even though Cometio has been receiving a lot of praise from everyone, coaches, um, journalists, and whatnot, I don't think he's ready to step up. He's only 17 as well, and that's a lot of pressure. Sepp Vandenberg just isn't good enough. I'm just going to say it bluntly like that. He's not good enough to play in the first team, so I wouldn't want to see him partnering with Van Dijk against Arsenal if Gomez isn't fit. So it's going to have to be Fabinho. Um, but this is why, I mean, there's talks of us being linked with Koulibaly at Napoli. I honestly don't think we'll get him. I think it will cost too much. Yeah, we just don't have our financial pockets are not that deep. We're not Chelsea, we're not City, so that's not going to happen. Although I'm surprised City didn't buy him, and I'm surprised they bought Nathan Ake instead. But I don't really care. So yeah, it talks about him. It talks about we were linked with a Brighton defender who's apparently just signed a new contract. So I don't know how true that is. Didn't even know the guy's name. Just know he was a defender at Brighton that we were linked with. Um, yeah, this is the problem. This is the problem. No, especially with Gomez and Matip both being um, prone to injury, number one, and both being prone to long-term injury, number two. So they're never just out for 1 or 2 games. If they're out, they're usually out for minimum 4, maybe 5 games. Um, and, and obviously with a season like this, you're gonna need everyone fit for as long as possible. So yeah, I mean, what this like a week or two left in the transfer window. So it'd be interesting to see. No, a week. Next week it closes, the 5th. So it'd be interesting to see what happens between now and then. I don't think we'll get centre back, but it's what it is. But yes, back to the Arsenal game. Um, no home advantage. Well, now that there's no fans allowed in stadiums, still home advantage. I don't think will count for anything. I think home advantage against Arsenal over the years has helped, especially when we take the lead. It has helped us to it has allowed us to thrive off of that and watch. It's been funny watching Arsenal capitulate time and time again at Anfield, but now that there's no fans and there's no home advantage, really, um, I feel like I don't know if you've noticed watching any of the games during lockdown, but not lockdown, so but behind closed doors, players seem to like no one has a home advantage anymore. It feels like all the players are just there's either unless they're fighting for relegation or for top four, there's like no pressure at all from fans on play. There's no pressure that you can see on the players anymore because there's no fans there. So if they make a mistake, there's no moaning and grumbling from like thousands of people. It's like and then it like kind of bury their head and hide for a few minutes. It's literally just oh it didn't work out. It's almost like watching a training session. So I feel like with this Arsenal game, even though we have the better team, it is not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. It's going to be another nervy game. Yeah. Um, Score predictions. I honestly, I think there's a reason why I don't bet on football because mate, the last two predictions just way out the window. I thought Leeds will barely get a goal, and then they ended up getting three, and we ended up just about winning that 4-3. I thought the Chelsea game was going to be a slugfest and goals flying left and right. And in the end, it was just 2-0. We got the clean sheet, which I'm happy about. So for this one, it can go either way. So I'm just going to play it safe and say 1-0 Liverpool. I don't think it'll be 1-0 at all, but I'm going to go safe. I think it would definitely be a win. But yeah, I'm going to go 1-0 Liverpool. Fuck it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Any Arsenal fans out there, Arsenal supporters, let me know. Yes, so thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Put the notification bell on, and so you get alerted anytime a new video drops. It saves you having to just search, going on YouTube and typing in my name, or having someone spam it to you. Because no one likes a spam message or chain message. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again for the next game, which I believe after Arsenal is Everton. Merseyside derby, I think. That's going to be a hard game. But I'm not sure if there's a Champions League game before, if the Champions League starts before that or after. But yeah, but anyway, I'll probably see you the next league game. Yes, thank you for watching. Peace.